Marty, a personal chef who can actually come cook for you too, and we're making one of your family's favorite desserts. This one serves a crowd. It's perfect for summer, perfect for graduation parties, you name it.
Yep, and that's a lot of that coming up right now. So we'll get started with this. It's a very easy, quick recipe. It looks like a lot of ingredients. It's not so much.
It's not, and it's a chocolate eclair cake. Okay,
yes.
so
let me get a cup of water.
You bet, you betcha. So first we're going to make the dough. Is that what we're making?
Right. We're going to make
the eclair dough, which is, we've got 1 cup of water.
1 cup of water and 1 stick of butter.
Okay. Just stick it right in here?
Right in there.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to make the whole dough in that pan.
Okay.
You don't even have to use a lot of dishes for this.
I'm all about that. So 1 cup of water, 1 stick of butter. We want to just melt the butter and the water together. Is that what we do?
Yep,
okay,
that's
so
all we're going to do.
I'll let that hang out, and we'll work on some of the other things that are going on.
In this bowl, we're gonna do our pudding stuff.
Okay. Got cold milk, cold Lamer's milk.
Yep.
We love that. In
right
the glass
out of the bottle.
Yep.
Oh,
doesn't get better.
Better than that. So let's go 2.5 cups.
2.5 cups. And then 1 big box.
1 big box
of the instant vanilla pudding.
Right, and it has to be the instant.
Okay.
Lots of times people make a little error with that, and it's not going to turn out if you're doing the cooked thing.
All right. So should I beat together the milk and the pudding?
And then we're going to actually add some cream cheese in there.
Now, or when it's when it's beaten a little bit? Just go ahead and throw it in now.
Yep.
Okay. 1 block of cream cheese.
Right. 8 ounces. Oops.
It's okay. I got my apron on.
Well, welcome to the mixing bowls, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So
now,
this cream cheese is going to make
it. You can use your KitchenAid for this. This is what we're going to use to spread on our crust.
Okay. Now our butter's kind of melting over here. I see we've got some eggs. I'm going to let you.
Okay. I'm going to do that part.
And what are we looking for this, Marty?
It should be creamy.
Creamy? Okay.
So we'll get this going a little bit.
I want to just get all the lumps out of the cream cheese.
Yeah.
Too. But that's going to make it nice and rich. Okay.
Right. So you're going to.
All right. So our butter and our water
is melting nicely, and we're going to melt this down. And like I said, we're going to do all of this in 1 pan here. Okay. So it's going to be pretty easy. We are going to use 4 eggs.
Now this I want to see.
So there's a little nutrition in here. Okay. Protein in. Gotta have a little protein in your dessert.
This looks perfect. The pudding and the cream cheese and the starting to get a little thick.
I may bring you with me next time.
Oh, you bet, you bet. Happy to help.
Okay, I'm going to add 1 cup of flour into this now. And yes, while it's on the stove, we're going to do that. Seems kind of odd. You can turn it down, or you can kind of pull it off a little bit while you're adding it. It thickens up.
And we've got one of those big jelly roll pans, an 11 by 17. That's why we love this recipe, because it makes such a nice big batch. I see some Cool Whip over here. Anything with that?
Nope. The Cool Whip is going to be our topping.
Okay, so we wait on that.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to throw in the eggs. Now, there are a couple ways to do this. 1 egg at a time is the way you really should do it.
Okay.
You don't necessarily want to put your eggs right into a pan. You probably should. Want to throw one in?
You bet, you bet. So now we're stirring constantly at this point.
Correct.
So we don't get scrambled eggs.
Correct.
But this is going to make that just like, the Eclair pastry, the, chocolate eclair, how it's that really flaky. The eggs, the butter, and the flour. So it's a pretty simple dough recipe.
It is a very simple dough recipe.
You ready for the 4th one?
Yep.
Okay. In it goes. Now here's
our
pan.
We're just going to stir it up. Yep. And don't grease your pan.
Okay.
Here's a good lesson that I learned. This is it's kind of a sticky one.
Okay.
So if you grease your pan, it will be very, very hard to spread out.
Even easier then. Just straight up. The dough goes in here. Oven temperature for this?
400 degrees.
Okay.
And we're going to put that in for a half an hour.
Okay.
We're going to take it out and we're going to let it cool.
Okay. All right. So we're going to get this in here. Once our eggs are all combined.
Yeah, we got to get those eggs.
Yep. How's it looking?
It's looking pretty good.
So stirring is basically the key. I'm going to just turn that off. All right, so basically you get the idea. This goes in, and we're going to just kind of skip ahead.
Right, correct.
So it pours real nice.
It does pour.
And just should I spread it around kind of?
Yep. And that's all you do.
Coat the whole pan.
Right.
And we've got one right here that's already baked. How long does it bake for?
It bakes for 30 minutes. And
Okay.
then what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's nice and cool, because
Okay.
now we're going to add this mixture on top of that.
And look how wonderful you know, it really does look like a French flaky, that we want those
Yeah.
ridges. That is
Yep,
a good
yep.
thing.
Don't try and smooth this out, because
Okay.
it's not going to smooth out.
Okay, so here's our cream cheese, our milk, and our vanilla pudding, all nice and rich and wonderful.
And we're just going to spread this over the whole thing. Doesn't have to be real thick.
Smells delicious.
It tastes as delicious as it smells.
We've got some Cool Whip.
Right, and now we're going to put the Cool Whip on top of this mixture.
Okay, without spreading it in, right? We're just going to kind of layer.
Right.
I get it. So I'll just kind of dollop it around. And
Yep, and then we'll spread it out a little bit.
all right, and we're going to top it with some
Chocolate syrup.
Ooh.
And you can use, you know what, this is great. You can use any kind of chocolate you want. You want
Okay.
to go fancier than this, that's fine. Hershey's is cheap. Like you, I buy it when it's on sale. Put it in your cupboard. It doesn't go bad. It's nice.
Yum, this looks fantastic. All the recipes we did on the show today you can find on our website, fox11online.com. We're going to wrap this up and drizzle some chocolate on top.